Okay, so in the last part we successfully replaced words within here with comma separated values in these. However, we run into this problem where we have this additional space, and that was essentially due to the fact that we have a comma and then we have a space after here and we're exploding by a comma. Now it was fine for this value here because what we could do is we already had to create a callback function for array walk, which added the forward slashes on either side, which isn't ideal, but we had to go ahead and do this. But for replace, we don't want to have to create another function and have to do this. So instead of using explode, we're going to use preg split. So we're going to be passing a regular expression in to allow for a split of characters. So it's going to work exactly the same as explode. We're going to pass in pretty much exactly the same parameters, but we're going to be using a regular expression instead. So let's go ahead and test this out. So if I go over to here, hit enter, let's go ahead and test this. So at the moment we're not outputting replace, but I'm going to go ahead and kill the script and print our replace. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this in pre-formatted tags, pass true in here, and what this means is that when we pass in a value, let's just type in just anything really. Okay, so here we go. So we've killed the script and we've printed out within pre-formatted tags this array, and you can see here we've got this park here and we've got the space there, which isn't ideal. So let's go ahead and fiddle around with this explode function, or remove it if you like, and change this to preg split. Now in here we're going to pass in a regular expression, so we need 2 forward slashes and our regular expression will go in here, and then we have the text that we want to split by. So in here what do? Well, we need a comma because we're splitting by a comma. However, we're then going to say \s, which represents a space, and then we're going to say plus, so any amount of spaces. What this is going to do is it's going to split by a comma, but it's going to look for a space or any number of spaces afterwards. So not only now when we hit F5 is that removed, what we can also do is we could mess around and say Billy space park comma space fish. So when we click submit now, all of the spaces have been removed. Whereas before we would have had a massive amount of spaces for these if people are trying to mess around and enter too many spaces. So we're protecting against these. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, and let's go ahead and hit enter. Alex went to the cinema. We're finding Alex Cinema and we're replacing that with Billy Park. I'll just add a load of spaces in there, click submit, and there we go. It's replaced without adding that additional space in, because we've now used preg split, which allows us to pass a regular expression through and what we want to split as normal. So that's essentially it for the text find and replace. We've successfully basically replaced words with other words within a text area, but we've taken care of all the nitty-gritty bits that make this work properly. So that's it for the find and replace application in PHP.